They told her she was making history. But that's not the part that matters. The part that matters is that years earlier, nobody thought this story was even possible. No Filipino woman had ever walked into Wimbledon as a seeded player. Not once. More than a century of tennis history. Thousands of athletes. Generations of players. And still, nothing. Until now. At just 21 years old, Alexandra Eala walked into Wimbledon as the 29th seed. And suddenly an entire country stopped and looked. Even Manny Pacquiao did. But what makes this story unforgettable isn't the ranking. It isn't Wimbledon. It isn't even the wins. It's who started this journey with her and never got to see the ending. Because before the world knew her name, there was just a little girl, a tennis racket, and a grandfather carrying a basket of balls. To understand why this matters so much, you have to understand something about the Philippines. Filipinos have icons. Basketball. Entire generations grow up around it. Boxing. Manny Pacquiao became one of the greatest athletes on earth. But tennis? Professional women's tennis? There was nobody.
No superstar. No roadmap.
No older player to call for advice. No one to say, "This is how you survive. This is how you win. This is what it feels like." Nothing. So when a 4-year-old girl from Quezon City picked up a tennis racket and fell in love with the game, she wasn't following footsteps. She was creating them. Her name was Alexandra Eala. And back then, almost nobody knew who she was. Her first coach wasn't famous. He wasn't a former professional. He wasn't connected to elite tennis. He was her grandfather,
Roberto Maniego.
Everyone called him Lolo Bob. Every day, he showed up at the courts. Basket of balls.
No shortcuts. No excuses.
Just repetition. Again. And again. And again. He trained Alex and her brother the way people build foundations. Quietly. Patiently. Believing long before there was proof. That kind of belief changes people. And eventually, it changed history. At 12 years old, Alex won Les Petits as in France, one of the most respected junior tournaments in the world. People noticed, including scouts from the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain. Then came the moment that changes everything. A scholarship. Full ride. One of the best tennis academies in the world. There was just one catch. She was only 13. Think about that. New country. New language. New culture. Thousands of miles from home. No Filipino player had ever gone ahead and shown the path.
No blueprint. No guarantees.
So she packed her bag, said goodbye, and left. That decision alone would break most people. But Alex stayed, worked, adapted, learned. And while she was building her future, life kept moving back home. In 2019, Lolo Bob passed away. He never got to see what came next.
No Wimbledon. No breakthroughs. No crowds. No headlines.
But she carried him with her anyway. Years passed. Alex kept climbing, winning smaller tournaments, building momentum. Inside tennis circles, people knew. Outside of them, almost nobody. Then came Miami, and everything changed. The 2025 Miami Open. Alex entered as a wild card, meaning she didn't even come through the normal qualifying path. At the time, she was ranked around 140 in the world. Not top 10, not top 50, not even close. And then she started winning. People noticed. Then came Madison Keys, world number 5. Alex beat her. Now people were paying attention. Then came the match nobody expected.
Iga Swiatek,
world number 2. Multiple-time Grand Slam champion. One of the most dominant players in women's tennis. On paper, this wasn't supposed to be competitive. But sports don't care about paper. Alex Eala won. And suddenly, everything exploded. Social media, sports coverage, national attention. For millions of Filipinos, this wasn't just an upset. It felt bigger. Because the question wasn't, can she win? The question became, can someone from here actually compete with the best in the world? And for the first time, the answer looked like yes. Then came reality. Rome, the Italian Open. Everyone wanted to know, was Miami real? Or was it a miracle run? The answer arrived fast. Too fast. Alex lost. Badly. 6-0. 6-1, 10 straight games, under an hour, live television. The same player people had celebrated weeks earlier, looked completely overwhelmed. And suddenly, the doubts came back. Maybe Miami was luck. Maybe the moment was too big. Maybe she wasn't ready. But watch what happened next. Because this part matters. She didn't make excuses, didn't promise revenge, didn't reinvent herself. She went back to work, quietly, like she always had, like Lolo Bob taught her. Head down, improve, repeat. Then grass season arrived, and everything changed again. First, Birmingham. She won. Professional title. Momentum returned. Then Berlin. Another wild card entry. Another chance. But this tournament was different. This field was stacked. Elite players. Grand Slam winners. People expected her run to end. Instead, she beat Elena Rybakina. Then she came back and beat Elina Svitolina. Back. Two Grand Slam champions. On grass. In the same tournament. Now people weren't asking if she belonged anymore. They were asking how far she could go. Former world number 4 Greg Rusedski watched and said, "This breakthrough is coming." He pointed to her left-handed game, her slice, her movement, and then said something that got attention. He couldn't wait to watch her at Wimbledon. Read that again. A former world top 5 player publicly saying, he can't wait to watch her. That changes things. But Wimbledon is different. This isn't Birmingham. This isn't Berlin. This is Wimbledon. The stage gets bigger. The pressure gets heavier. The margin gets smaller. The best players in the world live for this. Aryna Sabalenka,
Iga Swiatek,
Coco Gauff, Mira Andreeva.
champion.
Contenders. Players built for these moments. And Alex. She arrived as the 29th seed. Historic, but also dangerous. Because seeding creates expectations. And expectations create pressure. Last year, she lost in the first round. She's never made a deep Grand Slam run. She's never gone all the way. So now comes the question. Not whether she belongs. That question is gone. The real question is, what happens next? Here's what makes this bigger than tennis. Alex Eala became the first Filipino player in history to enter Wimbledon as a seed. Not recently. Not in the modern era. Ever. Over 100 years. Nobody had done it. She also became the first player from Southeast Asia to be seeded at a Grand Slam since 2009. Think about that. Hundreds of millions of people. 17 years. And now, a girl who started with her grandfather feeding tennis balls in Pasig became that person. That's why this matters. That's why people care. That's why Manny Pacquiao went on national television and said he was proud. Because this isn't only about results. It's about possibility. And then Alex said something that says everything. When she talked about becoming seeded at Wimbledon, she said, "It really touches close to home." Close to home. Not rankings. Not trophies. Home. Because home isn't centre court. Home isn't London. Home is a court in Pasig. Home is someone showing up every day. Home is sacrifice. Routine. Belief. Home is Lolo Bob, the man who never got to see any of this, but helped build every piece of it. Alex once said so much of her mentality and bravery came from him. And maybe that's the reason she keeps getting back up. Because some lessons don't leave. So now Wimbledon begins. The world watches. The pressure rises. And somewhere in every match, there's still that image. A grandfather. A basket of balls. And a little girl learning to believe. Nobody knows how far Alexandra Eala will go. First round? Quarterfinal? Something even bigger? But one thing already happened. History changed. And if she keeps going, this story might only be at the beginning. So now I want to ask you, how far do you think she goes? Drop your prediction below. Because if this becomes one of those moments everyone remembers, you'll want to say you saw it before the rest of the world did. But there's one more thing people forget when they talk about stories like this. Success looks obvious after it happens. People see Wimbledon. They see rankings. They see headlines. They see interviews. What they don't see are the years when nothing looked special. The mornings nobody watched. The training sessions nobody recorded. The losses that never became news. That's the part of sports people rarely talk about, because breakthroughs feel sudden, but they almost never are. Alex Eala didn't wake up one morning and become a Wimbledon seed. That moment started years earlier. One practice, then another, until thousands of invisible moments became one visible result. And maybe that's why so many people connected with her story. Because whether you play sports or not, most people know what it feels like to work without guarantees, to keep showing up before anyone believes, to keep going while nobody notices, to chase something that doesn't exist yet. That's what this really represents. Not tennis. Possibility. The idea that you don't need someone from your country, your city, your school, or your family to do something first. Sometimes the first person is you. And if Alex Eala keeps winning, that might become her biggest legacy. Not trophies, not rankings, but making the next generation believe sooner. Because somewhere in the Philippines right now, there's another kid holding a tennis racket, watching Wimbledon, watching Alex, thinking, wait, maybe I can do that too. That's how change actually happens. One person proves it. Then suddenly, everyone realizes it was possible all along. So when Alex walks onto that Wimbledon court, she's not carrying expectations. She's carrying something heavier. History, hope, and the belief of millions of people who finally have someone to point at and say, that could be us. And whether she wins tomorrow or loses in the first round, that part can't be taken away anymore, because history already happened. Now we get to find out how much bigger this